Hello friends, welcome back to Moon Magic Spirit. My name is Meg and today we are doing a tarot spread based off of your needs and what and how you can reorganize them. I thought this was like the perfect spread to pair with the self-care ritual spread that is up. It is so easy to put others before ourselves and we tend to neglect ourselves quite a bit. So I think that this is going to be a really great spread for anyone watching because I think we all need a gentle reminder that we need to take a little bit more time to focus on ourselves. So in the spread today, again from Emerald Lotus Divination, I will have her link down below. I always find these spreads on her Instagram account. Today we are going to be going over something that you need right now, something that you can do to facilitate those needs, how you can get better at reorganizing your needs, and something to be more aware of about your needs, and lastly, how you can better communicate your needs to others, which I think is the most important one of all. Setting boundaries and keeping those boundaries is definitely a work in progress and a journey, and this will give you a little push and a little guidance on how to do that if that is an area you are struggling in. So let's go ahead and get to shuffling and see what the cards have to say to us. Is something that you need right now. What did we pull? Reverse Page of Pentacles. Something I can do to better facilitate my needs. Reverse King of Swords. How I can get better at recognizing my needs. Emperor, boss energy. Oh my god. 4 is how to be more aware about my needs. And we have the King of Cups. We are pulling all the daddy cards. And 5, how to communicate my needs to others. And we have a reverse star. I can already tell these cards are telling us to square up and to just like get it together. And just say what we gotta say what we need to say. That is so funny to me. I just can't believe all like the big boss like energy that was in this card. And I feel like the star card is basically like one of the top self-care cards. We pulled 2 major arcana, the Emperor and the Star. And then again, we pulled an array of elements. Wands have been missing. They are MIA. If anyone has seen the Suit of Wands, they are like not in it. I was pulling them for such a while and the cards are like, you are done with the creative energy for right now. All right, so just to give a quick overview, because we pulled just about every element. So when it comes to Pentacles, it's telling you, like, it's like the Pentacles is like an earth sign. So it's about physical, material objects, but it's also like use your common sense. And the Page is just like a student and like they're very curious. So something that you need, something about your needs right now. Use your common sense, and the rest of the cards are just yelling at us. Oh my god. Something I can do to facilitate your needs, and the swords represent like coming up with a plan and facilitating it. So, and it's the King, so he's telling us to get that together, and he is like ruling out that motion. So the Emperor is like big boss energy. How can I get better at recognizing my needs? Like, you are the boss of your own life. So then I pulled the King of Cups for something to be more aware of, which is like emotions. Cups deal with emotions and relationships. So it's time to listen to your intuition, which makes sense, right? Like, what do I need to be more aware of when it comes to my needs? Listening to my intuition, and the reverse star for how to communicate my needs to others. Oh my god. All right, well, let's dive deeper into what these messages mean. That is just like my first impression of these cards and what they are telling us. This was a read. I feel like my cards are over being nice and this is a read. Okay, let's get into it. Here are the cards that we pulled for recognizing our needs. We have the Reverse Page of Pentacles, and as always in my videos, When I pull reversals, I always flip them around just so they're easier for you to see and make sense of, because I feel like visualization is a big part of tarot, especially for me. I'm a very visual learner. So instead of leaving it reversed, I will flip it over so we can get a better look at the cards. But we pulled the reverse Page of Pentacles, reverse King of Swords, the Emperor, King of Cups, and reverse Star. So let's flip everyone around so we're all the same direction. And what I like to do is see how the cards are interacting with each other. So we're starting off with what is something that you need right now. You have the Page of Pentacles. He's kind of facing all the rest of the cards. And what I find interesting is that the Star is looking back. So our cards are all like, you know, it's like full circle, like they're all looking at one another is what I'm getting at. So we have the Page of Pentacles who's facing towards the King of Swords, and he is very standoffish. Swords suit is very much to the point, like they're very blunt, straightforward. They're not going to bullshit around. They're not going to be concerned about hurting your feelings. So the messages from the suit of swords may seem a little harsher, but that's just because they're very direct and to the point with their communication. They are all about that air element and thinking they're not about feeling or really taking other people's emotions into consideration. And here we have the Emperor, who's a little bit cocky, sitting forward with his knee showing a little bit. So he's very straight on, straightforward, straight to the point. And here we have the King of Cups, who kind of has his back turned towards these two, because these two may have offended him with their straightforwardness and their lack of emotions, because the Emperor is also not an emotional guy whatsoever. He's very straightforward, like King of Swords. So he's a little bit offended by them. So he is like, I'm going to lean into my water energy. And here we have the Star replenishing the water that he is thriving in. So that's just my little story with the cards and how I am seeing this spread. So let's actually get into the cards and the meanings behind them. Up first, we had the reversed Page of Pentacles. So something that you need right now. This is a card of manifestation, and before I get into it, the explanation for the Page of Pentacles is going to be a little bit longer than the other cards. They're going to be more concise, I promise, so just stick with me. I have to get this little spiel out. This is a card of manifestation, right? It's like bringing your dreams into reality, but you want to be aware of when you're seeing this video. For me, it makes sense with the manifestation card because we're still in a period of manifestation when I pulled for this. And even if you're watching this video the day I pulled the cards or 3 years from now, it's still all relevant because you still want to make sure that you're not in eclipse season. If you are 3 years into the future watching this, you don't want to manifest during eclipse season because the sun and moon aren't operating like they normally do. So you don't want to set intentions to something that's dysfunctional and unpredictable. So what you can do during eclipse season is just take a step back at what you have. What is working? What have you accomplished so far? What adjustments do you need to make? So then when eclipse season is over and you're ready to get back to manifesting, you know what changes you need to make and what else you need to work on. If you haven't started manifesting, this is going to be a great time to develop your plan. So whether eclipse season or not, if you haven't started manifesting, you definitely want to map it out regardless, but just make sure you're not manifesting during eclipse season is the whole point to my spiel. So this is a message of new beginnings, inspiration, and manifestation of material things like a job, career, physical health, and wealth. Tapping into your ability to manifest a personal goal while in the midst of a new project like a new hobby, a new business, a new education venture. You want to stay focused on practical and tangible elements, right? Because like the Page of Wands would be like not keeping things realistic at all. So the Page of Pentacles is an earth element. So you want to, stay down on earth and keep things realistic to what you can actually accomplish. This is also a great time for you to be leveling up on your skills, and you might be new to what you're doing, but you have the enthusiasm, commitment, and devotedness to see this through. So I really like that. I think like that is a really important message for people to hear. And again, like I said, if you watch this right when I upload it or 3 years from now, like the cards just like don't stop working. If you see this, anytime that you see it, I believe that it's your intuition and your spirit guides guiding you to this video, and that there's something in this video that they wanted you to hear, and there might be something that you resonate with. So anyway, moving along. It's like midnight while I'm filming this, so I'm very rambly and tired. The next card is something you can do to facilitate your needs, and we pulled the reverse King of Swords. So again, this is like very air energy, direct to the point, like intellect, ego, not really thinking, thinking with your head more than your heart. So there is a very blunt and straight to the point message here. Stop delaying necessary decisions. You are not achieving anything because you over-worry. Think about what you can contribute and not what's benefiting you. So don't be greedy or selfish with what you're doing. You want to make sure you're doing it like 100% for yourself. And you need to hold yourself to a higher standard. So something you can do to facilitate your needs, you need to put yourself first, plain and simple. That's what the King of Swords is telling us. Up next, for how you can get better at recognizing your needs, we have the Emperor. And the Emperor again, is very straight to the point, very much like Big Daddy CEO energy. He is very blunt. He is like very business-minded. He's not going to let his emotions get to the best of him. So the Emperor enforces boundaries. You need to be a little selfish and put yourself first. So they very much marry in a similar message. So how to get better at recognizing your needs. Developing boundaries is a great first step. Putting yourself first, it feels like it's selfish at first, but the more that you put yourself first, the easier it becomes, and you recognize that it isn't selfish at all, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. And the Emperor is all about running that business smoothly. You're not going to be able to if you're not taking care of yourself. So up next, we have like the offended King of Cups over here. He's like, I don't like your straightforwardness. It's a little harsh. So for something to be more aware about with your needs for the King of Cups, you need to gain control of your feelings, right? He is standoffish. He's like, you hurt my feelings. I'm turning my back to you. So, you got to reel it in. A little bit. So gain control of your feelings and accept them without allowing them to get the better of you. Steer clear of drama and choose a balanced and calm approach to situations. You need to be firm with those boundaries we're developing, and you especially need to be firm with those boundaries when they're being tested with negativity. So stop letting others take advantage of you and get into your personal space and claim your emotional energy. And last but not least, we had the reverse star for how to better communicate your needs to others. The star is like the ultimate self-care card. So it's really just like you need to do you and not worry about other people. There's really no other way to communicate that to other people besides just telling them. Like, I need to take time for myself right now. If I don't take time for myself, our relationship is going to suffer more. My life is going to suffer more. Like, people a lot of times, unfortunately, aren't very understanding of it, but going back to that direct and blunt communication is going to be the best way for you to handle this. You really need to listen to the voice within you, and with quiet contemplation, you need to take the time for you and regroup, rebuild, and recover. So blunt honesty is how you're going to get to have your self-care and your needs met. Okay, so what did you think of that spread? Let me know in the comments down below what cards resonated with you. Was this a nice, helpful reminder? Let me know how you're going to be reorganizing your needs as well. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out today. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this spread. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. If you want to see where else you can find me and connect with me, check out the description bar. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.